Welcome back my YouTube channel. I will telling about coin heritage. The 1995 United Arab Emirates One Dirham coin is a small yet meaningful piece of modern Middle Eastern history, and today we're going to take a closer look at what makes it interesting, why collectors care about it, and what its value is in today's market. Many people come across this coin in old drawers, travel keepsakes, or inherited collections, and they wonder whether it holds any special worth. While it may not be a rare treasure, it has a cultural and historical story that makes it more than just a simple piece of currency. The United Arab Emirates introduced the dirham in 1973, and since that time, the coinage of the country has reflected both tradition and progress. The One Dirham coin, in particular, has gone through several design styles over the decades. The 1995 issue belongs to a generation of UAE coins that still carried the classic elements used during the early years of the nation's development. It represents a time when the country was rapidly modernizing, expanding its cities, and establishing itself on the global stage, yet still preserving the symbols that reflected Emirati culture. One of the most recognizable features of the dirham coin is the dala, the traditional Arabic coffee pot. This design appears on the obverse of the 1995 One Dirham and has become a cultural icon for collectors. The dala symbolizes hospitality, generosity, and the welcoming nature of the Emirati people. Anyone who studies UAE coins will immediately recognize this elegant coffee pot with its curved handle and long, slim spout. Its presence on the coin connects the modern nation with centuries of tradition. On the reverse side of the coin, the words United Arab Emirates appear in Arabic, along with the denomination written as One Dirham. The calligraphy used on the coin is simple yet elegant, reflecting the artistic style that has long been used in the region's currency. The coin itself is made of cupronickel, which gives it a silver-like appearance and helps it resist wear even after decades of circulation. Many 1995 dirhams you find today still look quite sharp because of this durable metal composition. When it comes to rarity, the 1995 One Dirham is not considered scarce. Millions were minted during the 1990s, and they were part of daily circulation across the UAE. This means most examples found today are common, especially those that show signs of use. However, collectors often seek out coins from specific years to complete their sets, and this is where the 1995 dirham finds its niche. A coin does not always need to be rare to be desirable. Sometimes historical context, age, and design make it worthy of collecting. As for value, the typical 1995 One Dirham coin in circulated condition sells for around $1 to $3, mainly to hobby collectors. If the coin is in excellent, uncirculated condition, it can reach $5 to $10. Coins that have been professionally graded and preserved may sell slightly higher, though grading is less common for modern UAE coins. While it won't make you rich, the 1995 dirham remains a small cultural keepsake that captures a moment in the UAE's history. Next coin. Today we're diving into the story behind a small but interesting coin, the 1998 One Dirham coin from the United Arab Emirates, UAE. We'll look at its history, design, what makes it collectible, and most importantly, what it might be worth today. So if you found one in your drawer or got it as a souvenir, stay tuned. Background. What is the dirham? The dirham is the official currency of the UAE. Each dirham equals 100 fils. Coins in circulation include 1 dirham, along with smaller denominations. Since 1997, the dirham has been pegged to the US dollar at a rate of about 1 AED equals $0.2723. 2. The 1998 One Dirham coin. Specs and design. The 1998 One Dirham coin is made of copper nickel. It weighs 6.4 grams, and has a diameter of roughly 23.8 to 24 millimeters. On one side, obverse, the coin bears the denomination and the country name in both Arabic and Latin script. On the reverse, you'll see a traditional Arabic coffee pot, a dala, above the date, 1998 to 1419, Gregorian and Hijri calendars, a signature design for that era. This version belongs to the regular circulation issues between 1995 to 2007. 3. Collectible status. Is it rare? The 1998 One Dirham coin is not extremely rare. According to collectors' catalogs, It carries a KM #6.2 classification, and typical value estimates range from about US 24 cents to US 82 cents, depending on the coin's condition, from good up to extremely fine/uncirculated. That said, there are a few commemorative One Dirham coins from 1998, issued for events like the 35th anniversary of a bank or other institutions. Those may fetch a bit more among collectors, depending on rarity and demand. For market reality, what do people actually pay? Despite what some sensational listings or auctions may show, the real market value is modest. On collector market trackers and catalogs, most sales hover around $1 or less, rarely more than US $1 in normal condition. There are occasional listings on platforms like eBay that propose much higher price tags. But those are often unverified, ungraded, or depend on buyer speculation. For instance, there was one listing recently at US $175, but that doesn't reflect the typical sale value. So if you're thinking, wow, this coin must be worth a fortune, realistically, unless it's a rare commemorative or in pristine UNC condition, it's unlikely to fetch more than a few dollars from most collectors. 5. Why it still matters: collecting, memories and numismatics. Even if the monetary value is small, this coin carries historical and cultural value. It represents a snapshot of UAE's currency history, a design from the late 1990s, when the dirham was already pegged to the dollar, yet still bearing local heritage, like the Dala coffee pot. For coin collectors or people interested in world currencies, it's a tangible piece of modern Middle Eastern numismatic history. And for someone who got it during a trip to UAE, it's a nice souvenir, a small but meaningful reminder of travel. Also, with time, old coins sometimes gain collector interest, especially if preserved well. So keeping it in good shape, clean, scratch-free, maybe even graded, could pay off in the future. Conclusion/call to viewers. So, does the 1998 UAE One Dirham coin make you rich? Probably not, but it is more than just pocket change. It's a piece of history, and for collectors, a humble but interesting coin. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Have you found coins like this one, from UAE or elsewhere, in your pocket change or old wallets? Share with us in the comments below. And if you want me to review other coins, let me know which ones. See you in the next coin. The One Dirham coin from the United Arab Emirates, dated 2005, is a fascinating piece of modern currency that many people overlook, yet it carries a story worth telling. Although it is a common coin in circulation, its history, design, and value make it an interesting subject for collectors and anyone curious about numismatics. The UAE introduced the dirham in 1973 as the country shifted from the Qatari rial to its own national currency. Over the decades, the dirham became a symbol of the nation's economic growth and cultural identity. By the time the 2005 coin was issued, the Emirates had already undergone massive development, and its currency reflected both tradition and modernity together. The 2005 One Dirham coin belongs to the generation of coins that many residents and visitors use daily. At first glance, it may seem simple, but its details reveal the values and heritage of the UAE. On one side of the coin, you will find the iconic Arabian coffee pot, known as the Dala. This traditional pot has been associated with hospitality for generations. In Emirati culture, offering Arabic coffee is a gesture of respect and warmth, and the inclusion of the Dala on the dirham symbolizes the welcoming spirit of the nation. The other side of the coin carries the denomination written in Eastern Arabic numerals, along with the words, United Arab Emirates, printed in both Arabic and English. This design remained consistent for many years, making it instantly recognizable throughout the region. The coin itself is made of cupronickel, giving it a silver-colored shine. It weighs about 4.4 grams and measures 24 millimeters in diameter with a smooth edge. In 2006, the UAE slightly changed the size of the One Dirham coin due to issues with vending machines, but the 2005 version still belongs to the classic earlier size, which some collectors prefer for nostalgic reasons. Because the UAE was growing rapidly in the early 2000s and needed large amounts of circulating currency, the 2005 One Dirham was minted in high quantities. Although exact mintage numbers are not publicly released, the coin is known to be extremely common, and many are still used in daily transactions. Now, the question most people ask is about value. What is a 2005 UAE 1 dirham coin worth today? In everyday circulated condition, the coin is worth its face value, which is simply 1 dirham, or roughly 27 US cents. Because the coin is not rare and has no major errors or unusual varieties recorded for that year, its collector value remains low. However, if the coin is in mint state or uncirculated condition, it may sell to collectors for a small premium, usually around $1 to $3, depending on the quality and demand. While it may not bring a high price, the 2005 1 dirham remains a meaningful piece of the UAE's economic history, and for many collectors, its design and cultural symbolism are reasons enough to keep it in their collection. This coin reminds us that even everyday currency has stories to tell, connecting tradition, national pride, and the evolution of a growing country. Next coin. Today, we're taking a closer look at one of the most familiar yet fascinating coins from the Middle East, the United Arab Emirates 1 dirham coin, specifically the 2013 issue. Whether you're a collector, a traveler, or someone who simply loves learning about world currency, this small coin has a story worth hearing. Let's begin with the design. On the obverse, or the front side of the coin, you'll find a traditional Arabic coffee pot, known as the dala. This iconic symbol is a tribute to Emirati hospitality and culture. It's one of the most recognizable images in Middle Eastern currency. On the reverse, you'll see the denomination written in both Arabic and English, along with the official name, United Arab Emirates. The script and layout used on the coin have remained mostly consistent over the years, giving the dirham a classic, unified identity. Now, let's talk about the specifications of the 2013 issue. The coin is made from a nickel-plated steel composition, giving it its silver-colored shine. It weighs around 4.4 grams and measures approximately 24 millimeters in diameter. These physical details have changed slightly over different years, but the 2013 version falls within the modern standard that most people in the UAE are familiar with today. Moving on to what many collectors want to know: the value. Most circulated 2013 1 dirham coins hold their face value, which is 1 AED, or roughly 27 cents. In numismatic terms, the coin is common, as millions were minted. Because it isn't rare, it generally doesn't attract high collector prices. However, uncirculated or mint condition coins can sell for slightly higher, typically around $1 to $3, depending on the buyer, condition, and listing platform. Coins with errors, if discovered, can be worth more, but verified error coins from this specific year are not widely known. Even though it isn't rare, the 1 dirham coin remains culturally and historically significant. It reflects the UAE's blend of tradition and modernity, from the Dala coffee pot to the bilingual inscription that represents a nation connected to the world. For travelers and residents, this coin is part of everyday life, used in markets, small shops, and even for metro tickets in past years. For collectors, the 2013 1 dirham can still be a meaningful addition, especially if you're building a collection of Middle Eastern or Gulf region currencies. It's a perfect example of how even the most ordinary coins can carry stories of culture, heritage, and national identity. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed learning about the UAE's 1 dirham coin, don't forget to like, subscribe, and check out our other videos on world currency and collectibles.